Good morning, YouTube friends. Thanks so much for coming by. And today we are doing a bit of an experiment during this quarantine. I'm going to try to turn these mung beans into a just egg scrambled egg substitute. So if you want to see if it works, keep on watching. Okay guys, first thing we're gonna do is rinse a cup of these split dried mung beans in cool water until the water runs clear. We're just trying to rinse off any extra starch that's clinging to these beans. Okay, once we're really nice and rinsed, we're just going to dump these little guys out onto a cookie sheet that's lined with either a silicone mat or, in my case, parchment paper. And then we're going to dry them out in our oven. I put my oven at the lowest setting it would go, which is 170 degrees Fahrenheit, and I let these guys dry out for about 4 hours. I don't believe dried mung beans are something that are super common at any grocery store. I know you can get them really easily at Asian markets, and it's used in a lot of Indian cooking, so if you have a good ethnic section, you might be able to find them. I got these on Amazon. I'll link below the ones that I bought. They're organic, and there was a big bag, so I can use them for quite a while. This is what they look like when they're dried back out. Sans starch. Then I'm just going to pop them into my Vitamix here, and we are going to blend them into a flour. So this process did take me a few minutes. I would blend, ooh, smoky, and then shake everything around and then blend again to get it as fine as I could. And after we're done blending, we're still going to sieve it a couple more times to get those big chunks out. There's little pieces of bean left that will make our scrambled egg, I imagine, a little bit crunchy, which is not the texture we are going for. So we're going to just take that sieve that I used to rinse off my beans and sieve it through, and then I've got a little bit more fine of a mesh sieve. You guys have seen it before in other videos. It's tiny, but it gets the job done. So we're going to just do this twice. There's the particles we don't necessarily want in there. We can get rid of those. Now I'm doing a little technical maneuver here. Flour going everywhere. Just pouring that back into the Vitamix so we can sieve it again with our smaller little strainer here. There it is. Tiny but handy. Okay, now that we've sieved it twice, we have got a nice and really fine mung bean flour here. We're going to just dump it right back into our Vitamix because this is what we're going to use to make our little egg batter. Then to that I'm going to add 1 cup of cool water, and we're going to add our seasoning as well. Okay, we've got about a cup of this flour now. I'm going to add 1 cup of cool water to start with, and then we're going to add some seasoning. We've got some pink Himalayan sea salt, black pepper, garlic powder, turmeric for color, and the star of the show, kalonamic, which is that little pink color. There we go. Seasoning. It is a sulfured salt, and it makes your tofu or whatever you're using taste very egg-like. So this is a game changer as far as tofu scrambles go, or if you're trying to resemble any sort of egg dish, get some of this. I will link below the Amazon link that I have to get it, because it's a game changer, honestly. So we whisk that up. We've got a thick batter here. We're going to add a 2nd cup of cool water and buzz it up again, get it nice and smooth. I'm also going to glug in about a tablespoon of olive oil. This is going to add a little bit of fat content and give us that mouthfeel that scrambled eggs typically have, hopefully. Again, this is an experiment. Now we're nice and blended here. The mixture is looking a little thin, but I believe the mung bean will soak up some of that water. So I'm just gonna pop it in the fridge for about 10 minutes, let it thicken up a little bit, and we will start scrambling some eggs. Okay, our mixture has been in the fridge for about 10 minutes. It's thickened up just a little bit. It's about the same texture as what Just Egg looks like. I'm gonna post a little picture of what Just Egg looks like in general, just so if you ever wanna try it, you can find it. It's in the egg section of the grocery store now, which is so awesome. It's fabulous. It's just a little bit pricey, so this is why I'm trying to come up with a little bit of an alternative. So I'm just gonna see how these scramble up, and it is definitely scrambling like an egg would. although it looks a bit thicker than what Just Egg looks like, but it smells delicious in here. Again, I wish we had a smell cam. It totally smells like scrambled eggs. It's crazy. So here they are cooked up. They look a little bit more doughy to me. We'll see it. I'm gonna try to make this omelet style next. I'm thinking if we do it a little bit thinner and let it cook all the way through, it's not going to be as dough-like. We'll see. Give this a shot. I'm gonna just add a little bit of green onion and some arugula that I have in my fridge just to kind of brighten it up. I kind of want to keep it pretty basic so I can see the actual flavor of the egg. Don't mind my fingers there. And we're just gonna see if we can get it to roll up. Oh yeah, okay. Almost looks a bit like a crepe the way it's cooking. Again, it smells amazing. All right, let's see here. There's an omelet style and our scrambled egg style. Let's taste test. Okay guys, doing a little taste test here. I'm gonna start with our scrambled egg. It smells really good, it smells eggy. Okay. Flavor, spot on. I'd actually argue that the flavor might be better than Just Egg. The texture of the scrambled though is a little bit doughy, almost like potato-like, and I think that's because Just Egg somehow removes all the starch from the mung bean. I'm not entirely sure how to do that. So I got a lot of it out, but it's still a bit starchy. I think that our omelet style may work a little bit better texture-wise. That's really good. The texture is way better. It'd be awesome filled with a ton of different vegetables. I wanted to just get the flavor of what the actual mung bean tasted like, and it totally is eggy. I think it'd be a perfect substitute for a tofu scramble, or if you're trying to do something a little bit different with your breakfast, this could definitely be a really good option. Give it a shot, let me know what you think. Yeah, I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Cheers.